It is such an honor to be joined with international artist Stephen Malcolm.
Yeah,
Such a great honor to be chatting to you, and thank you so much for your time. It really is such an honor and a privilege.
no doubt. Woy, oi, wagwan. Thanks for having me, my brethren. Yes, sir.
You're welcome. So, Stephen, as fans are just getting to meet Stephen Malcolm here in South Africa, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, man. So I am a young Christian hip hop artist from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Shout out to the mighty Midwest. Man, grew up a regular kid, into the basketball scene, into the dancing scene. You know what I'm saying? Party scene. Um, Regular kid in a broken home though. My father, he was Jamaican, my mother white, and wasn't married, was together 2 months, had me, and pops decided to sell drugs, got busted, deported back to Jamaica. Mom's alcoholic, so really troublesome childhood, really troubling upbringing. Really had to cling to, this TV and Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant for, inspirations. And next thing you know, here I am, a freshman in college, you know, pursuing a little bit of the hoop dreams thing, but it was a community college, you know what I mean? I started going to this hip hop church. Everybody was inviting me, and I'm thinking hip hop church, like what is that? You know what I mean? Like I never heard of that, and I come from this. You know what I mean? So that was my first thought. What is hip hop church? So I checked it out, and it was the first time I seen young black and brown people that look like me, dress like me, talk like me, but they love Jesus. You know what I mean? And they're on stage rapping and dancing, and he gets off stage, and homie's like, "Yo, glory to God." And it's the first time I seen, a young black or brown person like, yo, he's dope at what he does, but he's using it to worship God. Um, it blew me away, and there was a lot of chaos in my life at the time, and so I decided to just surrender to the calling and be obedient to the calling. And sorry, I just was getting a call. Decided to give my life to the Lord, man, and so yeah, and now here I am, a Christian hip hop artist. You know what I mean? Who at the age of 19, walked into a Christian hip hop church and found Jesus. You know what I mean? The absence of my earthly father really led me to search for my identity and found it in Jesus.
Sure, that's powerful. That is so powerful. And for those who are listening to this interview or watching it a little bit later, we're going to be taking a bit more time to find out about that incredible experience that Stephen had to find his identity in Jesus Christ. But for now, Stephen, one of the questions I've always wanted to ask you is, you've had the privilege of being nominated for many awards and have worked with some big, big names in the music industry. What would you say is one of the main reasons for your great success?
Uh, Man, probably my obedience. You know, uh, I think that the journey that I've been on this walk is like this. You know what I mean? But through it all, I've stayed, connected to the vine. I've stayed, getting up when I fell down, and I've stayed consistent. You know what I mean? So it's just, yeah, man, I got firm roots planted. You know what I mean? So yeah, we strong.
That's brilliant. I love it. You're a husband, you are a father. How has that past and your past that you just shared a bit earlier, how's that shaped you and helped you?
hmm Man, it's been the biggest inspiration because it's forced me to learn about myself, and it's inspired me to be the best pops that I could be. You know what I mean? And so yeah, my family dynamic, man. My family is the most precious thing that's here on earth. You know what I mean to me. And so with my wife, I make sure that I'm a faithful husband. To my wife, that's never been done in my family. To my son, I make sure I'm present and there for him, and that's never been done in my family. So I'm breaking family and generational curses. So
Brilliant.
so
I love that. I love that. If you've just joined the conversation, we're chatting to Stephen Malcolm. What an honor to be chatting to this amazing artist. And when it comes to hip hop music, there are many influences. What are some of your biggest influences, Stephen?
Man, my biggest musical influences is Bob Marley and Michael Jackson. It's crazy, yes, and that's a big mix, but man, like Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, those are two iconic legends. And then in the hip hop space, you know what I'm saying, growing up, I loved Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was my guy. So
Brilliant, brilliant. And then when it comes to up and coming artists, people that are really just feeling like they're just beginning and they've tried and they've tried, what advice would you give to those young up and coming artists?
yeah, stay consistent. Consistency is key. Dedication is key, and obedience is everything. So stay obedient to the Lord, stay dedicated to the craft, stay consistent. Consistency. Yeah.
Brilliant. I love it. Stephen, that's where we're going to leave it for now, but we definitely are looking forward to hearing your personal testimony in our Story of Hope segment. Thank you so much for chatting to us right here, right now. And we're going to find out more about Stephen's personal testimony in the next segment.